Kalunga's Blessing is a VFX variant that we as the team sort of designed and created as part of the pre-order package. This is something that we really wanted to conjure and bring to players who supported us from the get-go.
Normally you'd start with your father's masks as designed, and the relationship with Kalunga's maybe a little more terse in the game. You're intruding a little bit, and he's like, all right, show me what you've got.
We go east. Perhaps there you may prove to me you are worthy of such a task.
But with the pre-order, the Kalunga'S Blessing masks, we thought it'd be nice, like he's maybe foreseen your quest and he's giving you a little boost along the way. There are a lot of VFX and shaders we do with Kalunga as a character. He's got this lovely shader and VFX work from Jordan and Chris, where he appears and disappears with a little bit of flourish. It's all spiritual and really cool. So we've incorporated that into and embellished what existed already on the masks. We didn't want to just include a straight color swap. We wanted to make it feel like really premium and really cool. So we embellished it with some animation work to begin with. So the masks are these separate things. They're opposites, but they work together. They're two sides of the same coin. So with traversal, with jumping and double jumping, instead of the regular fluid motion, the jumps now have this flourish as well. So the motion works against itself. You jump and spin one way and then reverse for the next jump. It's got this nice opposite motions working together. It's kind of the original feel of the masks, but ramped up. Like it's just more, it's bigger, it's cooler.
We have the literal representations of the sun and the moon to begin with, right? But then with Kalunga's Blessing, we get the gold and we get the silver, which is still representative of the sun and the moon. But then we also have sort of wealth. We also have, I don't know, sorrow with the silvers and the blue. We have all these meanings that still tie to it, but it's more of a physical sense of the meaning.
In some cultures, gold is seen as like a signal for wealth or even spirituality, but in others, it's almost seen as like bad luck. As a whole and an attraction to the negative. So I think this idea of Zhao adorning these things of what death has bestowed is something that was quite interesting. Death a lot of the time is kind of depicted as something quite evil or as an adversary to you, and the idea of Kalunga being this sort of watcher in a way, who's seen many shamans try and attempt the same task or same sort of mission that Zhao is trying to achieve. There is a feeling of like, okay, well, I will bless you for this and see how far you go.
But the other side of that is obviously what's player facing, which is really cool effects, new animations. It feels like a complete upgrade across the board, but obviously a lot of thought and effort went into the originals. Like they're going to be a great, amazing choice no matter what. But they've just been ramped up, and it's a toggle, so there's no downside. You pick and choose which one you want.
I came to the team with an ask. We kind of brainstormed and came in with this thought or this idea that this is Kalunga's Blessing. This is a gift that Kalunga gives to Zhao, that in sort of changes who Zhao's journey essentially is from this young shaman who walks alone to this young shaman who now walks with death.
Beyond that point, it's thrown over to my side and Griff almost simultaneously. But it's okay. What do we do? What would be cool? What would work well? And what would work with the team that we have, right? And we figured that changing the materials, changing the textures and so on, it would feel meaningful as well as work. And changing the VFX again would feel meaningful as well as work. The animation one, to be fair, it's an addition that's a lot of work, but again, so meaningful that it just warranted being something else to throw into the mix as well, because we could have just said we'll just do the skin change, right, and then just keep it happy and cheerful. But yeah, Griff did that on his side.
Yeah, so there are the thematic constraints that we had to work around to make sure it fit in with the game, but technical ones as well that we only had so much time, and we've already got existing systems, so the animations have to hook into the existing animation graphs, event graphs for the player. We need code hooks to allow the player to toggle between them, and then that's player facing, so we've got UI and menu elements. So yeah, concepting, animation, VFX variants, all the technical hookups, and then the code and UI side, quite a lot really.
It was important for us to when it comes to sort of giving these elements or playing with these elements that kind of look cool, we give them a sense of meaning behind them as well, right? And I think it just made sense, this idea that within the story, that Kalunga does bless you and does bless the tools that you use. That there, there is a reason behind them as well, and the reason behind him blessing them too as well, which the player will discover as they go along.